Hey everyone, welcome back to another Trail Talk episode with Miles Together Co. I'm Chase. If you are interested in finding a new trail in North Carolina and don't want to worry about either water or where to camp, but you want to find something new, you're in a good spot. So we're going to go over some logistics of a hike Jenna and I did not too long ago and see if you're interested, and maybe you will try it out. So let's get started. So the trail that we are going to talk about, I don't know if it has an official name, but it kind of connects to Jerry Miller Trail, Appalachian Trail, and a Green Ridge Trail right here. And you start at this Fork Ridge Trailhead. Kind of its location, so it's an hour from Asheville, and if we zoom out a little bit farther, you see Charlotte. It's about 3 hours from Charlotte and 3.5 from Greensboro. So not too far from all these big cities, which is good. And then as we zoom in, something to talk about is kind of the entrance and how you find the trailhead. So if we do this satellite view, you'll see that you kind of go to a dead end of this road, and there's a farm right there, and you kind of like, what do I do? Turn left, and there's a sign now, like all hikers need to turn left and park over there, so it's pretty clear. And then you just go down and you'll see the turn off or the trailhead for you, and you'll park somewhere on that road that you can kind of pull off to the side. We saw 1 or 2 cars there, but no people. Pretty remote. Good news is there is a campsite right in the beginning, right at the end of this little forest road pull off. So if you want to just camp near your car, maybe you want to hike the next day, but you get there late, it's a good spot for you. The beginning of the trail, water is not a concern. It's kind of abundant. Just make sure like you're keeping track of it, where you might run out. But until you get to this junction up here with the Appalachian Trail, no need to worry. I would recommend that you fill up though before we kind of get to this top part. This watermark I had was dry when we went past it. Thankfully we already had water, so we were not worried. And then the only other note to make for this part of the trail, or 2 other notes, there is a campsite right here. That's probably 2 to 3 miles into it, and another good spot if you want to break this into more than a 1-night trip. And as you go further, as you see, this red is what I had marked in these light blue dashed lines is what we actually did. We couldn't find this trail. We actually went past, turned around because we thought it went the wrong way and couldn't find it. But it connects up here, so it's not a huge problem. Not a problem at all, really. And the next thing is this Baxter Cliff. you should really make the detour to come look at that. If you don't, you're taking away probably the best view of the trip. And you're going to start coming down the side route or side trail and want to turn around because it's kind of steep and be like, why are we doing this? But stick it out a little bit longer, and then just hang out there. Maybe take lunch there or take a break. That's what we did. And once you get onto the Appalachian Trail, so at this junction, there's a sign that says like ridge line and like bad weather route. And the reason is because you're really exposed, obviously, on the ridge. But if it's good weather, you should definitely do it. All of the good views on this trail were kind of in this circle right here. After that, it was good hiking and beautiful forest and some fields, but no big mountain views once you kind of get past this part. And like I mentioned, make sure you have water once you get up here because it becomes a little bit more scarce. And as you're trudging along, you will eventually reach this shelter. The shelter is 7.5 miles into this loop, and it's a great halfway point if that's where you want to camp. And there's water right there, so make sure to fill up because, again, there'll be a couple miles with no water after that. Another option that we thought about but didn't do is if you camp at the shelter, you could take this Fork Ridge Road. It's kind of a shortcut back to the trailhead. But we did not want to take a shortcut. We wanted the long route. So we kept going, and I have all of these camp waypoints here. But don't listen to me because I made a mistake. So you don't have to. If you go on the satellite, it kind of looks like an open forest field that's relatively flat and potentially a good option to camp. The grass is up to like your waist, if not higher. in this whole section. So you cannot camp at any of these. I would recommend camping at the shelter. If you really want to go farther, you could do what we did. And it's all the way to this spot right here. And it was just a grass patch. It wasn't like a common camp spot that a lot of people have used in the past. And we were kind of going blind and hoping to find something, and thankfully we did. We were a little concerned, but we had water, so we were okay. And this is all pretty smooth hiking. So it was towards the end of the day. For us, we're getting tired, but it wasn't steep at all, which is good. Our first day to that camp spot was 12.5 miles. And our second day is only about 5 miles. That being said, we like kind of a shorter last day because we get back to the car, get home sooner. It's kind of nice. But depending on what you're looking at, there are other options to camp. The start of our second day, again, pretty standard for most of the hike. You go over this Green Ridge Knob, which is actually the highest point of the trail. No views, which is disappointing. And then you go straight down. I mean, straight down. It is steep. It is hard to find the trail because it's covered in like these little ferns. And when we were doing it, it was a little wet and slippery. So be careful, take it slow. We lost the trail and kind of just went for it, which isn't recommended because we just knew we would run into the trail again, which happened, and then we were kind of chilling. But take your time, stay safe. And that's also why I don't know if I'd recommend doing this loop the other way, because it'd be nice to have the views towards the end, but then you're really gonna have to push yourself in this stretch, which maybe you're up for that, and it could be a fun little challenge. So after that, you kind of follow this creek all the way down. It's not dry, even though it's dry creek, so you'll be able to get water, and then you pop back out at this farm that we talked about. Again, don't be concerned. I was a little bit, just because it looks like it's going right through their property, but there's this forest road technically, so as long as you just kind of stay in that and maybe don't mess around too much around there, there's no one's going to cause, or hopefully no one's going to cause any trouble. And then you kind of turn back down the road that you drove on until you reach your car, which we parked like right past the trailhead. Overall, a good loop. Very, very remote. You only saw 1-2 people on it, and they were camping at the shelter. And the views in the beginning are amazing, but towards the end, it's just kind of hiking, so you gotta like hiking if you're out there. And it was a good trip. So next week we will have a video of Jenna and I actually doing this hike, and you'll see us struggle on the incline with the good views. You'll see the shelter, the water, and you'll see us find camp. Stay tuned to that one. If you're interested in other trail talk videos, we have a few others out there, and maybe you'll find a different trail that you would like to do. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.